The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-445-1044. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good afternoon from TFNN. Welcome to the June 11th magnificent Monday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day. Let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. And of course, the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life happens for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, it means you and I can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Today, you and I, we get to go check out the circumstance of these markets. We get to go figure out what the bulls and the bears, what the buyers and the sellers are communicating to you and I just past 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I want you to know that I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here, and more importantly, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone, dial on in, 877-927-6648. If you can't dial in, we've got you covered. Let those fingers do the walking. You can always send me an email, steve@tfnn.com. Inside the subject heading, please put radio show question, of course, inside the Tiger's Den. Any ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on magnificent, magical Monday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. Right now we have the Dow. She's trading up 69 points. The print is 25,385. The S&P is up 9 points, 2788. NASDAQ 100 up 25 points, 7178. Russell is off just slightly. Semis are down 2 points. Trannies are up 1 2/10%. The leader in the clubhouse to the upside. Gold's up $2. Silver up 21 pennies. Trading out at 1696. Leading the charge to the upside is AutoZone of $15 and change. That's over 2%. Sempra Energy up $15 or 15%. Google's up $14, a little over 1%. Chipotle up 3%. That's 10 buckaroonies. To the downside, it is Beijing. Beijing, I don't know what it is. Beigene. Beijing, I suppose, limited. Down 6% or $13. Booking Holdings off 11. Madrigal Pharmaceuticals down 10. So there are things to look at. Of course, I want to look at what you want to look at. Fortunately or unfortunately, the first request, and it's fortunate that it comes from, hold on, let me make sure. I think it was from Scott. It was from Scott. And Scott would like to know, what do we think about Hancock Jaffe Laboratories? And I wish that I could provide Scott with an answer. But as you can see, this is an IPO. And what Scott was asking the question, hey, where should you get in? I don't have any technical tools or indicators for something that's been trading for just a handful of days. This IPO day was May 31st out here. I don't even know fundamentally, what do they do? So I just, Scott, I would give you information if I could. There's just nothing really there. I can try to put on a 30-minute time frame chart, but there's just still not enough of a basis out here to help you figure out what to do. You can see there's no volume that trades for the most part on a 30-minute time frame chart. So my apology, but just technically speaking, there's just nothing here that can assist me to help you out there. But thanks for writing in. Write in again, please. I see Kay writes in, and Kay says, hi, Steve. Hi, Kay. Do you have a top in Russell? And you give your next support on the daily. Now, I believe Kay trades the futures contracts. And so, Kay, I'll put over Stevie's new tool. It's called Bob, bull or bearish. And if you take a look at Bob's signals for the Russell 2000, what you will see is, now right here, I've just got 4 different time frames that we're looking at. We're looking at a 30-minute time frame, and its market posture come down as a consolidating bull. That's bullish, not bearish. If you look at the 2-hour chart, same thing, consolidating bull. 5-hour chart, a strong bull. Doesn't get any better than that. The daily posture is the strongest bull. So do I see any type of, you asked for my next support, you mean to the move to the downside? Well, support on the TF is at 1668 to 1657. Those would be the support levels. I don't even have to look at a chart. All I have to do is just ask Bob what is going on with the Russell. Now, I know that you'd like to take a look at something more than that. And the question was, I believe, do I see a top inside the Russell 2000? And the answer is no. Let me do this. Let me bring this over here. This is a chart of Apple. Let's just go take a look at the actual Russell 2000, the actual cash indice out here. And you can see that price is moving higher. No problems in sight. A little dark cloud cover from a few days ago. That would be a resistance level. I'm just going to get rid of these boxes, these TAS boxes. We take a look at the indices out here. If I put this on a weekly time frame is going to show that price is moving higher, doing less relative energy. But unless price gets under 1636 out here, okay, there's no problems. It sounds to me like you're trying to short the old Russell 2000. If we take a look at the next A to B equals CD level on this, conservatively speaking, we're looking at 1702. Do I think that's going to be the top? Not a chance. 1774 comes after that. The money, the worldwide flow of cash is going into the Russell 2000, okay? So this becomes a very dangerous thing to trade to the short side because money around the world is all over this. You're at new all-time highs inside the Russell 2000 in virtually all the indices. Actually made a new all-time high today in Great British Pounds. But the Russell 2000, as we take a look at this daily time frame chart, has broken out in U.S. dollars, has broken out in euros, that's panel number 2, has broken out in yen, that's panel number 3, and has broken out in pounds. That means any trader of any of these currencies out here are looking at their screens and they realize that there is a breakout that is ongoing inside of the Russell 2000. So do I see a top? I do not see a top as we speak just yet. And even if you get pullbacks, where are those pullbacks going to take you to? We provided you with one level of support. Let's see if there's anything else here that we can look for, because if you're going to short it, you're not shorting it for the long term. You're shorting it for a short-term period. Where is it? I thought I saw it out here. Here we go. So we take a look at the Russell 2000. We look at the hourly chart. I don't see anything. The 2-hour chart, I don't see anything. The 240-minute chart, not much. 1664 would be a level out here. You've got a brand new daily box. And brand new daily box says resistance at 1675, support at 1632 out here. So, you know, you've got that going for you, I suppose, but just be very careful because the worldwide flow of cash is going in through the Russell 2000. Doesn't sound like something you want to be short. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back. I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do.
Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com. The Path of Least Resistance, David White's daily market letter, gives you trade recommendations based on David's proprietary power law vector indicator that put the odds of success overwhelmingly in your favor. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price for each stock and option trade. David combines his years of trading experience along with his background in technology and computing to offer his subscribers his take on the markets on a daily basis. Every trading day by 9:30, David publishes his morning issue of The Path of Least Resistance, along with updates sent out throughout the week whenever there is new actionable trading information. All new subscribers receive a 30-day, no questions asked money-back guarantee. To sign up for David White's daily trading newsletter right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters.
Steve takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back. Dow's up 77. S&P is up 11 points. So, we were talking with Kay about the Russell 2000. Let's just kind of take a peek around and get a feel for what the markets are doing. If we take a look at the this chart here, we are going to take a look at it because it's on our screen. We're looking at the Dow in the left-hand side of the chart, and that's the Dow priced in euros. And what it did on Friday was it made a new all-time high. Now, you and I know, right? We have this little morsel of information, and we know that when the Dow forms a top, it will do so in every major currency at the same time, or very close to it, or very close to it. The mere fact that the Dow has gone on to make a new all-time high in euros tells you that the high that we saw back in January is not the top. There is no major top that is in place inside of these markets. These markets are going to continue to move higher out here. And as and the signal specifically with inside the Dow was the euro making a new all-time high on Friday. Now, we're still in a consolidation pattern inside of the U.S. We haven't come close to hitting the top of the consolidation. The Dow is going to head up to the top of its horizontal trading range level. That's at the 25,615. If and when, because it will be when, price closes over that level, then it'll go mess with the top of the consolidation. If at any point in time, which we will, see a close above the current all-time high, that'll just simply tell you we're headed to that 30,740 level and higher. But we're just simply using that as its next real target level inside of the markets out here. So the Dow giving you and I just simply a beautiful signal out here. Now, what's really interesting, we haven't talked about the S&P 500, but we can talk about it from this standpoint. If we take a look at these two sets of charts out here, the left-hand side is the SPY down in the bottom, the weighted version of the S&P, and the equal weighted version of the S&P called RSP, Invesco Company S&P 500, equal weighted ETF out here. Now, interestingly enough, if we take a look at, and I just draw a line, why don't I do that? Why don't I put a line from the swing point high out here in March 9th specifically, what you will see, and I'll do that the same thing down here for the SPY. So we've got it both for the SPY and the equal weight. Is just simply that it is above those swing points. And the key is that the equal weight has taken out that swing point. Volume or not doesn't matter. It tells you about the market breadth inside the S&P 500. So should you be short the Russell 2000? No. Should you be short the Dow? No. Should you be short the S&P 500? No. Now, intraday trading, things of that sort, hey, have at it, and so forth. But with regard to the longer-term signals that we are getting as we speak at 1:21 in the afternoon, the S&P wants to continue higher. And it's been confirmed by taking all of the constituents inside it and giving them an equal weight to identify whether or not prior levels of resistance have been taken out. Now, today's trading session isn't over. But assuming that we don't see some major sell-off, then what we have is the RSP taking out a kind of significant swing point. In fact, it's the most significant swing point on a closing basis before price makes it all the way back to its all-time high. Now, fast forward, or just simply exit stage right to the QQEW, the equal weighted ETF for the NASDAQ 100, and that has a bit of work to do. Whereas it has not taken out its previous highs, the Qs, as we know, have done that, and they continue to trade above those old highs on a closing basis out here. So there's a bit of a divergence inside of the Qs, and that's something that you and I absolutely have to pay attention to. We can go ahead, we can take those Qs and go down to a short-term time frame. When I say short-term, I'm referring to the 30-minute time frame. And as we look at it, and we look at it in major currencies out here, we can see that price has taken out prior swing points in dollars, swing points in euros, swing points in yen, and swing points in pounds. Looks like in pounds, the NQ is ready to go take another run for its previous all-time high out there. The euro has a little bit of work to do, but nonetheless, there's nothing that is bearish as we take a look at this pattern out here. And there's really nothing bearish about the Qs, the 30-minute time frame inside of dollars. If anything, there's an A to B equals CD to the upside. Let's go see if we can put some measurement on that. We can. We just have to actually add the tool. Would have been nice to have had it there, but it's there now. So as we take a look at our A to B equals CD pattern, so we've kind of covered the Russell, the Dow, the S&P. Now we're inside the Qs out here. The 1-to-1, uno to uno, A to B equals CD to the upside, 72.37. More likely what this says is price is headed back into the 72.60 area. The 1 to 1.272, A to B equals CD. So there's a party going on. I know there's a party going on in Singapore, but inside the screens that you and I track, at least as of 1:23 in the afternoon, there is also a party going on. So I know those of you that are just simply bearish, you just cannot believe that these markets are going to go up. And you say, that global flow of cash, it doesn't matter. I don't mind getting in front of a freight train out there. You've got to be able to find something, just something, to give the bears hope. So I'll give you the one thing, about the only thing that I can find out here, and that is that we do have a rising spot volatility index, a little rising bottoms pattern. That's the very bottom right-hand panel on my chart out here. Again, the line charts are closing basis. So you've got the spot volatility index trade down at 1227. Just a few days ago on June 6th, on that trading day, it had closed out at 1164. So we've got a little bit of a rising bottoms spot volatility index. Does it make a difference? You can't use this as a timing model, but does it make a difference? Well, it does. That's where it's a, and if this pattern continues, it says we're going to see a retracement. Major high? No. In order to get a major high, you'd have to see that spot volatility index close above the 50-day exponential moving average. That's the yellow line that's on Stevie's chart. That's priced at 1489. We're at 1227. If it does that too quickly, then you know you've got the one-day rate of change greater than 10%, and that identifies short-term bottoms or bounce areas out here. And by the way, this rising bottoms pattern forming below the 50-day exponential moving average. We fast backward because you can't forward to it. But if we go back into the January 26th time frame out here, we can see that we had that rising spot volatility index, and a good portion of it was above the 50-day exponential moving average. And there we did get a nice retracement. That retracement was the correction. That's the annual correction that typically takes place inside the markets at least once, and it's done so over the last 100 years. It had been a while since we'd seen that retracement. That's all that this was. We take a look at the Dow, priced in euros, taken at its all-time high, says that the Dow priced in dollars is going to go on to make a new all-time high. Our price targets are 30,740. Will there be gyrations to the upside, to the downside? Of course there will. It's a market. It doesn't go one way, but it does go one way when you have the markets being flooded with cash from all around the world. If you go take a look at the other indices, cash from all around the world is not going into the majority of them. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live, and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TigerTV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. So John in Sarasota wants to go take a look at Intellistat. I is the ticker symbol. And the question is Intellistat, or I, close to the bottom. And so John is trying to get into a long position, clearly inside of this equity. And as we take a look at it, John, here's the thing that you don't like today, at least as of 1:30 in the afternoon. There was a not brand new, this formed on Friday, a brand new TAS market profile. Now, that was not a problem. In fact, you actually liked it that it formed because it was a bullish structured box. Now, that bullish structured box, a bullish structure in nature, because the center line priced at 1631 closer to 1550 when the bottom versus the top at 1830. Easiest way to use those boxes when they provide you with that type of information. What it says, John, is that level should have held. Now, maybe at the end of today's trading session, see how I didn't say end of the day? Closes above 1551, in which case support will have held. But as we speak at 1:31 in the afternoon, that strong support has failed. Then the answer to your question, is it close to a bottom? It's not at a bottom. I don't know if it's close. What we do know is that it just or appears to be failing miserably at a level of support. So where's the next bottom area? You know, the candle and the volume metric that my eyes go to are right here. And this is the trading day of May the 1st. Now that's going to, let me do this here. Let me turn on the price tool. And I'm not talking about a progressive energy price tool out here. I'm talking about Stevie's price tool, where it actually lists price on the screen. So the top of the trading session is May Day. May 1st out there is up at the 1386 to 1958 area. That's an area to be looking at. Let's go put up one of Stevie's other charts out here. Here's and take a look at it. And where this chart would take us back to, John, is the trading session from May the 10th out here. So it's possible, as things stand right now, it's possible that 1222 becomes that bottom that you're looking for. You just have to watch this day by day. There's no, if we take a look at the weekly and monthly out here, there's no assistance that the weekly or the monthly is providing us with regard to TAS market profiles. I almost shut that down. Did not mean to do that. Just meant to kind of shrink it. Just a tad out here. So I would be watching those areas, 1386 next. Below that, you're looking at 958. I don't think 958 will get hit, but maybe around the $12-ish area. So thanks for writing, and look forward to hearing from you again. Kay says, thank you. You're welcome, of course. And I don't see any other questions. So the phone lines are open. The email lines are open. The ping lines inside of the Tiger's Den are open. I don't think there's anything else. And that being the case, then let's just simply take a tour around the world, or really let's go take a tour around stocks that are moving, get a feel for what they're doing. Let's start by taking a look at mean and green to the upside, $16, $15.88, 2% to the upside. This is on AutoZone. AutoZone just had one miserable day a couple of weeks ago, and I mean miserable. Look at that wide-ranging bar. Opens up, closes lower. When I say opens up, it actually got up to I-710, closed out at 602 out there. So it's making its way back up through that wall of worry. Let's put Stevie's other time frames, other tools out here, see what they say. AutoZone, as this populates here. And so as this populates, not too shabby. In fact, what's interesting here is back on the trading session of right here on May the 30th. On May the 30th, we could see that price oscillator, very bottom panel of the screen, was just hovering right around that zero level. But you got a nice break of that area on May the 3rd, turning bullish. So price is going to head back here to the highs from May 22nd. May very well go ahead and take out those highs. It did form a nice Stevie bottom, a Rhodes momentum indicator bottom signal occurring out here in the end of April. That was never taken out, even with that huge move to the downside. We won't draw an A to B equals CD because no real reason to. But looks like AutoZone wants to continue moving higher to where, you know, it's got resistance at the top of that trading session for May 22nd. And we can see that there's also a little gap. Let's change over to the dark screen, maybe a little easier to see. We'll go ahead and put that yellow line, and you can see that that is a strong gap. So 710.59 is a number to be watching. inside of AutoZone. If it can clear that level, that pole vault will go ahead and take it all the way back to its highs from January in 2018. That's in the price area of about $790 and change out there. So that's what's going on with AutoZone. Let's take a look at Semper Fi, Sempra Energy, SREs, the ticker symbol up 15%, a nice wide-ranging bar to the upside. Many would call that a gap, gapping over its weekly task market profile that formed earlier this morning. So that is pretty nice. Let's go ahead and put the volume. Let's see what kind of volume is going on behind this move here. And it is a doozy for Sempra Energy. A lot of energy, enough energy to take this thing back to its highs from November the 15th in the 123-ish type area. Are there other highs on the horizon for it? Let's just put this into a weekly. No. That it can, when it gets up there, may clear that, may form an A to B equals CD to the upside. Just depends on what it does as it tries to take out that high of 122.97. Let's look at Google. Let's go see what Google is doing out here. What is the googly one doing? Trading out at 1136. So what does that mean out here? Inside Google, let's go ahead and put Stevie's other charts up on our screen out here. You can see that the pullback on Friday, the pullback today, doing nothing more than testing Stevie's red line. Price is headed to the trading session from March the 15th out there. The high of that level is 1161.08. Needs to clear the top of its box, 1145.74. So that's where about $9 higher or so. You're going to see some resistance. Might want to put on your seatbelt. But other than that, as long as price stays above Stevie's red line, currently priced at 1118.24, price will go back all the way to the highs from the March 12th, 13th level, probably even get back into the highs from January inside of Google. So Google looks pretty good. I know you might say, well, but isn't there an A to B equals CD inside of Google? And surely we can go ahead and put that in there. Here's what that A to B equals, what that A to B equals CD panel looks like. But no bearish reversal signal, no close under Stevie's red line, 1145.74. Next up for Google, and then beyond that, up into that high again from the trading day of March the 15th. So we've got that going to the upside. Tesla, let's go take a look at Tesla, up 12 bucks and change, 329, up 3%. Let's go use Stevie's sets of tools out here and interpret what Tesla is doing today. It got above prior swing points out here, above Friday's shooting star. Where is Tesla headed to? Let's go take a look at the weekly time frame chart. Tesla, 348.45, looks like that's where its target is. As it gets up there on a weekly basis, it ought to pull that price oscillator up to the zero level. Then look for a test of price and Stevie's red line to generate its next signal. But right now, 348.45 is where Tesla would like to head to. Where would you like to head to? What would you like to look at? Give me a call, send me an email, give me a tweet. I don't know what that means, but it means ping me inside the Tiger's Den. We'll be right back.
Are China A shares hot or not? If you trade China A shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A Share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC. The Taz Profile Scanner Plus, developed by John Logan and his team, is a standalone piece of software that can change the way you trade. Let the Taz Profile Scanner work for you by scanning over 5,000 financial instruments such as stocks, ETFs, commodities, futures, and Forex. Right now, you can get a 30-day free trial to the Taz Profile Scanner Plus right at TFNN.com. And when you sign up, you gain instant access to John Logan's most recent webinar, How Price, Volume, and Time Make Market Profile So Unique. This hour-long webinar with John Logan will walk you through the most powerful features of the scanner and how you can use it to become a more successful and profitable trader. You pay absolutely nothing for 30 days while you try out this software risk-free. For more information on the Taz Profile Scanner and to get your 30-day free trial today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. So no questions at all. Very quiet. Everybody must be getting their sleep. Trying to get up super early in the morning, see how things are going on overseas. So we were looking at the equities moving to the downside until we get a question. Let's go take to the upside. Let's go take a look at some things moving to the downside. So ADT PLC, ADNT is a ticker symbol off $16. As we pull up this weekly time frame chart out here, we can already see what it's doing, what it's not doing, and what it is doing. It's headed all the way back to its major. To a swing point from November 2016 out here. Now, 21 million shares back there, but that's where she is headed to. Let's put this on a daily time frame chart, see what other patterns, if anything, jump out at us. And the ticker symbol ADNT, just want to stick it on my other time frame chart too, see if there's anything out there. And by anything out there, I'm just looking to see what kind of wave count we're into the downside. So kind of interesting out here. I can pull this chart over on our screen. And if we take a look, this made the top the way that you like to see tops made. It uses one of Stevie's Rhodes Momentum Indicator strategies out here. Actually gave you that signal on October the 13th out here. The real confirmation took place the week of November 3rd. You did happen to get a weekly Tom DeMark setup 9 count up at those highs as well. And if we start counting from the way from where its high took place, September 29, 2017, we start doing that count. You can see we are on a weekly basis down in the 7th wave. Now, this can continue to move lower, but we now are in wave number 7, and this ought to be finding the bottom. Now, it's making 100% move of a move, headed back to that swing point from 2016. Let's put the daily time frame chart up here, see if there's anything that pops out at us, and the answer is no, there's not. Not anything bullish, that is for sure. So at this stage, looks like headed back to the level we looked at earlier. On the weekly time frame again, that's going to go test somewhere in the, may close underneath 47.17. So far, the low this week or today is 47. Well, it's already tested it. 47.03. I suppose all I had to do is just draw a little yellow line. So it's tested it. Probably going to have lighter volume. Is that a rejection? No, it's a weekly chart. So you just need to stay put, cut put. 47.17 is the level to close underneath it. even with light volume, says you can go touch the bottom. But Adient PLC does look like it's trying to bottom. We just need more proof than just simply that seventh wave move to the downside. Let's go check in on this Beijing. BGNE is the ticker symbol. Let's go see what in the heck they actually do out here. I would do that. I'd come over here. Let's do this. Let's call it up. And I don't know that I'm pronouncing it properly. The answer is I probably am not. What do they do? What is their overview? Well, they're in China, so maybe it is Beijing. So we're good there. Doesn't tell me what they do. Company profile. Yeah. Doesn't tell me anything. Does it tell me if they've made any money? Let me see here, just for the heck of it. Always nice to know. What are these guys doing income-wise? Operating income? No, they're not making any money. Stock is doing pretty mean. Let's see, what's the stock doing out here? I mean, the stock's not having a great day, but it's up at its all-time highs in the 220 level. Anybody in the den know what these guys do? BGNE out here. Here's the daily time frame chart. Let's put up Stevie's other charts. BGNE. So it looks like I properly pronounced the name, but what they do, and price is moving higher, doing less relative energy, but that's no big deal. Today's action, slight big deal, as you may get it close below Stevie's red line. So this looks like it's forming a short-term top out here, BGNE. The real key will be that it's going to need to close below the top of its daily box out there, 198.41. That opens up 182.76, and then the low of the trading day of March 13th. And that's at the 150.28 level out here. So, okay, if you're really looking to short something, maybe you want to consider, I'm not giving this as a trade, I'd say maybe you want to consider Beijing, BGNE out there, but let this thing get below 198.41 to prove itself. And certainly if it closes over 208.96, the thing is strong like a bull. That ain't no bull. That's Beijing. Let's go take a look at what else is moving to the downside. You've got Madrigal Pharmaceuticals. This is a weekly chart. This thing has got major breakout. Let's look at the daily time frame chart, see what it is saying to us. Really no big deal, just pulling back. But before we say no big deal, we just did. MDGL is the ticker symbol. Let's just get a feel for how this has been moving higher. Yeah, no big deal. Now, price here easily could pull back into the 250, 248 to 260.29 level. Stevie's red line and the center of its TAS market profile. It truly is in the center. But otherwise, it looks mighty strong out here. That is ticker symbol MDGL. What else is moving to the downside? To the downside, you've got CRISPR Therapeutics. Let's see, what else? Anything else? Cooper Companies, COO. Let's go see what it is doing out here. Cooper Companies. Let me take a look at it on Stevie's other chart. COOP, I believe. Is it COOP? Is that it? That probably wasn't it. That was not it. Is it just, it's just the COO. Where'd the P come from? I guess I was trying to spell Cooper. So as we take a look at what this thing is doing, well, not good today. Cooper Technology should move down and test the TAS market profile, bottom of the box, 223.59. Was tested, rejected on Friday. It's funny, support held and resistance held all in the same day. Resistance being the high from the trading session of March the 14th, that little green dashed line. That's at 242.59 out here. So Cooper Companies doesn't have a clue as to what it really wants to do. Maybe we need a bit of a longer term picture out here. Well, that didn't help. Maybe there's some data that hasn't loaded. Let me see. Or was that a gap to the upside? Nah, there was. So, okay. The weekly chart knows what it's doing. The weekly chart says, hey, I'm headed to 220.85. And if it can get below that area, and by that area, I'm going to use the low of January 5th out here because that was the Three River Morningstar Oda Nobunaga pattern out there. So 217.12 is the number. You get below 217.12, Cooper Companies is going to make a run for the April low. It's a weekly time frame. Looks the week of April 28th. That would be down at about 198.32 out there. So the weekly has given you a nice sell signal. Price has done everything it was supposed to do, which was get up and test resistance. Stevie's red line combined with the top of its TAS market profile. So Cooper Companies does look like not only does one head to 220.85, but even perhaps lower than that. What else do we have to finish off the, really not much. Not much at all. So we'll go into this last segment. I'll check the old email, see if anybody sent in any requests. No pings inside the Tigers Den. A very quiet day. You'd almost think, well, there is a big storm brewing outside. Gray. We have the rainy season in full swing down here in Florida. Will it ever stop raining? Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender. Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's TigerTV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com, educating investors.
This is David White. Stay tuned because coming up next is the Power Trading Hour right here on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. So Phil writes in and lets us know that Beijing, if I'm proper, BGNE is a ticker symbol, is a Chinese immunotherapy development company out there. So thanks for writing in. Always good to have wing men and wing women to cover my questions, so to speak, out there. So, but no other questions that have come in. So as we take a look at the markets, Dow's up 57, S&P's up 9, NASDAQ 100 up 25, Russell's off about a little over a point, semis are down 2. So quiet there. that the most important, so you got a couple different things going on. First, most important is on Friday, we received the signal. Each of you are now copied on that memo that says the Dow is going to go ahead and take out its all-time highs in dollars. It's going to do that because on Friday it took out its all-time high in euros. The Dow is not finished moving higher. 30,740 continues to be back on the table with regard to where it's headed to. That's kind of the longer term, not longer term, but an intermediate term type outlook out there. With regard to looking around for potential problems, where are the old cobwebs out here? The only divergent pattern that exists that you want to really keep an eye on is the mere fact that the spot volatility index has this little rising bottoms pattern. If that goes away, there's very few divergences or things to really be worried about, and that any type of move lower is really just a retracement to be bought. Maybe it's an A to B equals CD to the downside. Maybe it's a Gartley. Maybe it's just coming into a TAS market profile. But watch the spot volatility index on a closing basis. It's a really good signal for where there's a pothole ahead. And sure enough, there will be a pothole. But it's not the kind where you've got to worry that there's nuclear weapons going off and these markets are going to head south, and that the January and March highs were the highs and we're in a bear market or something like that. Nothing could be further from the truth. Thanks so much for being here, folks. Stay tuned. David White, your favorite polar bear, he's up next. Tom O'Brien, 3 to 5. I'll be back with you on Tuesday. Have a terrific day. Take care.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.